with a screen-fed head. Shovel in my hand, digging for a pump. Shards are crashing down, I'm the diamond hand chump. Eyes on the candlesticks, I'm losing my mind. FOMO's got me locked, I'm running out of time. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul. Waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole. Shit coins in the dirt. Promise Lambo's clean, but my wallet's hurt. Jesus of the dip, won't you buy my stack? Satoshi's ghost just laughs, there's no turning back. Eyes on the candlesticks, I'm losing my mind. FOMO's got me locked, I'm running out of time. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul. Waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole. Buried in the fees, gas is killing me slow. Margin calls a beast, liquidation's my foe. Can't escape the screen, ticker's my new god. Dreaming of a spike, but it's all a facade. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul. Waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole.
Hello? No, I mean, yeah. No, this is, no, my name's not Sean. It's Bobby Joe Rumblemaker. People call me Sean. Yeah, about that loan. Yeah, well, I'm a crypto trader. That's what I do. That's my line of work there. Oh, yeah. No, I wanted to. Well, yeah. I was going to invest some with it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, my biggest one's been FartCoin. That's been my biggest performer. So, hello. And we got disconnected. That's all right. You gotta get ready for this show anyway. Let's get the cowbell ready here. Got the green M&Ms over here in the bowl, so he won't be bitching about that. All right. Next thing I gotta do is check the. Oh, here he's coming down the hallway. Check the microphone. Oh, and they're on. Hello. 1 2 1 2. Thank you for watching today's skit. Check 1 2 1 2. I already did that. That's what I was up there for. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been having a little bit of the blues lately, just not feeling on top of your game, life just ain't treating you fairly and everything, there's two things you need in your life. One, you need Jesus. The other one, you need a little cowbell. If you don't have cowbell in your life, get some today. Available at Amazon.com. And Jesus is right there with you, my friends, all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. This is your first time joining us here for the late night stream. You may be amazed because there's going to be a featherless turkey giving you crypto opinion. Do not be alarmed. This turkey will not bite, for he has no pecker. He is not an affiliated gang member. He has no colors to show or feathers. Just a pasty golden glow. Here come the turkey.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Oh, stop it. Hey, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Almost forgot to name the show here. I am looking at Bitcoin, and wow, we got some mixed sentiment out there. You guys bullish or you bearish? Because some people are like really bullish right now. Like, we're just going to short squeeze and go to Valhalla. The little dancing banana's just going to get his way over there. Hey, that turkey, work for it, girl. Anyway. And then, you know, some more people, other people think, well, I mean, a pullback would be kind of in order around here, thereabouts, or sideways, or if nothing else, just, did I say sideways already? Just kind of range. But let's take a look at these possibilities. Let's take a moment and appreciate where we are today. We're at $94,900 for Bitcoin here. Look, it's a flag to the upside, Ethel. That's what a lot of people would say. A lot of beginners are being taught that. Buy the breakout. We watched this little guy from the trend lines and the sequential lower lows and lower highs till we finally got a breakout over here at this area. And like, I don't know if I trust you. Flag to the upside. And yeah, that worked. We did go up. We went up to some different levels, and some of those trend lines that you were following, kind of where we're bumping our head at right now. I didn't quite see it that way. Well, this is a different way to look at it. Might there be a possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that we might want to come back and test as low as 87? Oh my God, change the channel. We didn't come here for none of this. There's a chance. I'm just saying, we let's just go over how good have we done so far? I'm just asking. Pretty gosh darn good. We was down here at 76,000. Now we're at 94. It was hard to feel the confidence that would come, especially so quickly. But that was a nice, gorgeous move. What we needed to accomplish was a higher high, at least from this one. That would have been satisfactory right there, is what we were that was our first hopiums there. And then we just wanted to go a little higher, and like, well, now we're just kind of, yeah, you're above this, but if you're going to go for it, you might as well go for this one over here. And so we did. We just barely went up just a little bit. So that kind of puts us on par with this area. And if you look over here at this little guy over here, you remember this guy? You like this guy? I like this guy. He needs something. He's missing something. He's missing some little googly bad eyes, or spider eyes right there. There, that looks a little bit more like it. Well, down at the bottom of the spidery's feet, or the bat, depends on how you looks at it. It's a zone. It's an area. And if I go candle bodies, it almost comes up. Well, that's interesting. Well, how convenient for you, Road Dogg. Look. Okay. Actually, that works pretty gosh darn good. I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to make you big and fat and juicy, and I'm going to lock you in. So I'm on the daily time frame. Candle bodies, new candle bodies beneath the eyeball, beneath the eyeballs, and the dunce hat. Wicks. Mainly getting all those through there. That is the area also that we're struggling with. I'm just saying. That's a nice little channel line though. if we could ever get back in there. Can you click on you, man? Come on. Oh, I locked you. Gosh darn it. You suck. I'm going to take it to that candle body there. It gets the top of the wicks. It's kind of, you know, well entertaining. The price was in the channel. It was in the channel. We lost it. You could even say we came down to the mission move and then a little bit more, but we're not going to do that. Now what matters is, are we going to get back up into it or not? Are we going to have to come back down and then think about it and try it again? I don't have an answer to that question. If we get back into above this zone, and especially, you know, using fib strategy, this yellow line is our 618 Fibonacci area. Now that's a strong area of resistance. That's why we're having some rejectionable areas right now. She's struggling through here, so she either needs to come up. I mean, if you're going to do it, I mean, you need to go hit above 100,000 and knock this little guy out over here. Let's, you know, if you're going to play ball over here, and we could see something like that. I mean, like I said, we were pleased just to see how well just to get above this area, make a higher high, but we went over toward this area. We're like, okay. That's a bonus. This might be a bonus. I don't know. It could be. What say the fibs? Let's pull out the fibs, darling. Let's take a gander. Cast the fibs. See what they say. 102. That would be that would be a nice little reversal area. Nice little place to get knocked down if we go up, or at least, you know, catch. You know, have to take a break. So that's the resistance area, and that's a good one. I mean, it is very bullish if we can get above the 618. That's kind of like getting above our 200 moving average, crossing it, and that makes life a lot more cooler, a lot more sweeter. Oh man, we doubled up. You got a phantom number. And I know flags to the upside are very popular here on YouTube, but just be cautious with them. I mean, when they come in at areas of resistance, that's where your possibilities of them going and breaking out are starting to get a little bit more slimmer. Not saying that it can't do something, but if it did, they usually don't continue, you know, having massive gains. You already have, if you count flags, you got one here, one there. You're basically doing like Elliott wave, and you might get 3 little humps and then a dump. Elliot, what do you say? Do you agree? Do you have anything like that? Elliot, you still in the C wave crap. You don't even know what to call. You what the? Elliot seems to think this translation, this could be the start of a new wave. So he don't have a clue where it's going. He don't. All right. Elliot, thanks for coming by, man. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord spit you. I want to leave that little UFO frisbee right there. So that's kind of what Bitcoin's looking. That's kind of the price action things. And we're in an area of resistance. Doubtedly, totally did. And are we going to come down, or are we going to just do some kind of wild short squeeze, go to the upside, man? Well, you asking me? Oh, I thought it was just I thought we were taking a general consensus. I'm sorry. You want my ideas? I see that how price has been going up, especially on the daily, and volume's been trickling down. So I'm not really sold on what's keeping us here so far. I would want to take a look at a few other metrics, if you will. Standard S&P 500. Now, a lot of people are still kind of skittish on this. Now, from what I'm seeing and what I think that looks pretty good. Now, she'll still have some areas of resistance and everything, but this is tech stocks. Bitcoin usually follows along with tech stocks a lot, you know, and you know, because they treat it like a tech stock. So that's why. But I mean, a recovery up to this area, that could still be strong. If that's strong, Bitcoin can still be strong. And hey, man, maybe we can go up a little bit more right now. Bitcoin dominance can't make up its mind what it's doing right now. It's in a flag to the upside. It's at resistance, and we need it to go down for altcoins. And here we are with altcoins total 3, still doing pretty decent. They're pretty decent, I must say. Looking for volume. Overall, it's fading volume, but it's doing pretty decent, I gotta say. She may be coming up to get a little bit above here, so we might get a little bit more of a push out of our altcoins. Maybe. I can't promise that, but I would pay attention to Bitcoin dominance. When she starts going up, altcoins just have this habit of starting to dump and not do very much. So you got to be careful. But some of them altcoins are doing pretty good, especially the meme coins and some of these little AI plays. And I think that's what we should be looking at a little bit tonight. Bitcoin 4 hour. What are you trying to do something, honey? Are you trying to do something bullish? Or are you trying to make some kind of? I mean, right now you're in a little tiny rising channel. That's bearish as all get out, and some people might see an inverted head and shoulder. You can, but the slanted ones, I mean, the best ones are the ones that are close to vertical when it comes to head and shoulders patterns. The ones that are slanting, you're basically getting something else, okay? Or you can even play it as something else. And then some people be looking at this as an ascending triangle, just kind of connect the dots over here. I always think that's iffy because I always get slants, and I'm like, well, it's a triangle. Is that a what? Where I can't? Is it one or not? And then I see some people that they don't even weigh; they just draw a line up there anyway and just call it whatever to the upside. I don't. Yeah. The connecting dots that aren't there. But it looks good for the TV at the time, so whatever. This she could squeeze up there. I mean, they got, you know, if it is one, it's a 63% chance that it could. Yeah, maybe. But this area, a lot of people are looking for about 97,000. I think there's, and right over through this area, 97, 98. This is a very congested area for resistance. I'm looking more for about 96, 236. In fact, that's where I'm going to put a next little sell target for me. Some of my bigger conviction comes from the fact that our moving averages are still in a very bearish formation. Now they're getting bullish. They're trying to do some stuff here, and therefore we might see a little bit more upness. But they do seem to say that at some point we're going to get tired, and we're going to come back and talk to these guys. And so far, the lowest ones is the 360 and 200, 400 moving average. How many times we talked to that one in the past? Pretty gosh darn often, I gotta say, right? I mean, we don't get too far away from it before coming back to talk to it, right? Wherever you see it, except when we're on one of these big runs. Well, that's not where we're at. People are kind of thinking, oh, we're getting started. Be cautious is all I'm saying. Bigger moving average saying maybe not yet, but close. So they might be coming back one more time to touch that 200 moving average here on this time frame. I just want to keep saying that because don't feel like you don't fight the FOMO. The FOMO is at resistance, ladies and gentlemen. This is when everybody wants to go in. This is when all the newbies go in. Like I say, I bought the top. Don't be the top buyer. And then again, you might get lucky and it might break out and show some signs. Well, yeah. Best to ride the choo-choo train that's going green than ride one that's going the you don't know about which direction she's going. So if you wait for a little confirmations, maybe you got some levels you want to see get past before you jump in. Be a little more conservative on. You need to be a little bit more conservative on your entries, trying to get into something up here instead of just willy-nilly jumping in. Really, 200 moving average, 85,000. It's a good chance we might be coming back to, you know, at least the low 90s before all is said and done. How's it going, everybody? Let me say hello to everybody. I'm a turkey tonight. It's a lot easier to get ready as a turkey, I gotta say. 14 people hanging out. I had a lot more of them. You laughed because you said, oh, you're talking boring crap. We don't want to talk about Bitcoin. How's it going? I'm just putting words in everybody's mouths. I have no idea. Floki's Angels, how's it going? Ah, I love that comment. That's an awesome comment. Awesome. We got Chris Klein. We got Soul playing the cowbell. Oh, we just got something came in over here. What was that, Pam Bunny? Ah, from Soul. Thank you, Soul. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the super chat. I'm a boomer. It takes me a minute to figure out what they are. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm 100% crowdfunded. I'm not out here trying to sell anything other than maybe a Tangem wallet. Get yours today. But I think you guys, I think most everybody's got Tangem wallets now because they're so cool, but I got them too. The code DOG will save you 10%. If you ever need one, replace one, whatever you need to do there. There's Melissa. How's it going, Melissa? I see you, Kelly fan. Chris Klein, I think I already said hello to you, but I'm going to do it again just to double dip, I guess. Ave Medina, how's it going? Somehow I got lost in the chats here. EMG Motorsports. How's it going, Ryan K? And Duality C is in here. I saw him. Hoolan. Glittery Marshmallow. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Martin Luther King Jr. That's a cool quote. I like that. Floki and Chris in the house. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I gotta turn my volume down before I wake up the house. Was that what this was? Duality C? I think I said hello to everybody. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Hey, board PKC guy. Trying to shield her coin and tablet is she's getting big. What? I think I missed something. There's Melissa. I think I said hello. Oh, you got short-term memory loss. West 632. Can you not play music with words? It's like having a conversation. Can you not play music with words? Oh, you mean play music that doesn't have words? I do have a little bit that I can give. It's kind of promoting. These are my songs that you're listening to. I'm just saying, so it's kind of like a little promotional thing. It's a little. Is it sneaky? No, it's available here. I do have some instrumentals. Would you like to hear them? I like the music on its own, though. I probably may have it a little too loud. It can be a little distracting there. Oh, that's why I don't have a lot of people are wanting to hear the rock and roll, because I got some rock and roll and some more upbeat, kind of heavier stuff too, but that definitely would crash with a spoken voice or something like this. Ah! Grimmer says CTI. We take a look at CTI. Put that on the list there. I was going to take a look at one I keep meaning to take a look at. I've been meaning to do this for weeks now. I forget. I just always forget. I have it on one wallet. I trade it on my Phantom wallet whenever I do it. And it's not on an exchange, but it's just the swap. So it's not near as accurate, but it's a meme coin. And since memes are starting to take off right now, and I hadn't heard anybody talking about this one very much. And I think it fits a little bit. And that's SCF Smoking Chicken Fish. Hey, baby, wasn't talking about you. You smell like chicken. And but I can't buy it now. She's too high. She's at 0.008 cents, man. You trying to rip me off, dude? Oh man, this doesn't have the whole price. Whole price history here. Give me some prices. Why do you not love me? Here we go. We're on MXC, right? COINEX. Here we go. This is more of the bigger picture of this little guy. Look, it's a cup and handle to the upside. It did look like a nice little rounding structure that gave way to, oh crap. She's down. She's down. The Smoking Chicken Fish. I'm not promoting it. I'm just looking at it. We're just looking at it. I'm going to come over here and go from this high and see if we can track you. And jeez, that's a long way to go just to go to there. When was this? This was October. So you didn't rally in December, did you? October was your big high. It got up to 15 cents in October. Do I know if this will get? I don't know if this will get hot again or what. Oh, that's a good pull. But it looked like she's starting to turn around a little bit. Maybe she will. She did. She was one of those that had a community. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. I first heard about it from Mark Davis. I blame him. No, it's a funny thing. It's a meme coin just like any of the rest of them. They have really no value, just a speculation. And she is at lows of lows. She can be picked up on the cheap. And I'm like, she can get up here to these areas that we just kind of... Should I top off my bag? Should I add a little bit more to my bag? If I put $10 in here, and we got all the way up here to this first area at 0.025 cents, my $10 could turn into $30. No way, dude. That's not so. But what if you got in right now and it went down? You put your $10 in and she went down, man. She went down to her ears. You $10 become like $6, man. Are you cool with that? That's the risk you have to take by getting in too late. I'm just talking. So, but there's something. She come up to 3.7 cents. What would that look like? I'm just saying we're looking for something. Meme coins have already started and they've already got a nice little come up. This might be one just to look at and see if you see whatever your signs might see. We would look at other meme coins too, but to get up to this area, my $10 can turn into dang near 40. That it would be every 40. Is that right? 46. I'd have 46. It's 362%. Counting the 10 of my own. So interesting. Not pushing anything, but I'm looking for me really. I'm saying I'm trying to top off my bags here. I got some of this and she's already up a 2x from where she was down here. All the gains are made from the bottoms. Areas, if you find your chances to get into a bottom somewhere at the nice little juicy ones, I highly suggest you try that sometime. Even if it's just a smidgen of an amount, you might like it. I'm a bottom feeder. I can't help it. I got to talk about it. AI16Z is kind of hot. I'm not saying buy this one. You should already have had this one or got in at a nice entry already, because I think she's a cooking. She's been a cooking. Oh, look, she's not made it to our heavy resistance zones just yet, but she did have that nice little breakout. It was at 13 cents before, darlings. Did you get in there? Because she's doubled up now at 30. She's cooking right along. I know what you're thinking, man. You're thinking, man, I'll just wait till he comes down here and buy the retest. And maybe she'll do that. I hope she does that. Sometimes they do. She already did one, but that doesn't mean she won't do it again. But that could count if she's going to get hella bullish. Are you trying to get hella bullish? Follow the trend line. What does that say? I'm not so sure you can get hella bullish. Seeing that's always gonna be resistance. I mean, we can go over here. So, well, now we got to do this, but this is still always going to be resistance. And if she gets above it, that's cool. Even this one says, "Oh man, you still at resistance? I can't get around you." She looking like she want to do something. I ain't gonna lie. Indicators are saying, Let's see if we can make her push her on up here. Maybe she should get up to that measure move that we got over here at 49, right at 50 cent area. Just hair under, just a little bit under. Not too much under, but a little under. Maybe she might get up to 36 cents. AI16Z, you rocking right now, girl. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. This one is called Akash. Akash Network. It is one of them fangled coins over there on that the Cosmos SDK. She came down to our nice little. This is what we were doing. Looking, checking, and seeing at this little guy. See if she bottomed out here. She did a nice little double bottom pattern at the 1.272. And then now we're cooking. Where's she planning to stop at? Where's she going to get a hiccup? Oh, you working on it? Oh, she's trying to go for $1.47 with that little bonus target right up here at 154. Gotta put that bonus target in. Don't lose that bonus target. That one could be. These will kind of help us figure out what she might do next, depending on which one of those two that she goes to. Boom! Look, one hump, two hump. We're away from that hump. A little risky to get in right now, unless you saw. But she cleared a let way. Okay, everybody's got their own ways to do this and get in. But to me, I think here on the 1 hour, she's kind of. That's it feels a little bit like chasing, unless you're confident that it'll go up. And even so, jumping in right now and going up 6% doesn't, or 7% doesn't seem like a very good trade option in my book. So this is best defined for the people already in this little guy. And these little targets probably do not concern you too much if you're looking at the bigger picture on this guy. Hey, mama. Oh, are we doing this again tonight? Or are we going to freeze up? The bigger picture of things for this little guy says, let's go from this $1.37 area. And swing traders, there we go. First target 183. very nice, reasonable target that I see no reason why we shouldn't hit, or might take a little bit longer to get there. 244 from where we are now. In that sense, well, the few penny between friends. 33%, 76% from where we are now. After she clears some areas, and like she's trying to work her way up to this first one right there at 183. That would be my next target for this guy. So the targets that I give, these are pivot points, is what we're looking for. I don't want just any target out there. I want an area where the price will respond to it. And these have been the best prices. The best way to find targets is Fibonacci, in my personal opinion. Measure moves are also helpful. They do very well most of the time, but fibs have a way of, if you're reading them right and looking at them right, and there's a multitude of ways to do it, but I mean by right, if you're looking at the overall move and then also at the local, taking that in consideration, the local thing that we're in, you can do lots of impressive plays with those. And then you can, I like my targets to be places where price was going to try to reverse that. What's wrong with that? You're jealous? That's 33% up to there, but my gosh, we were going to talk about the possibilities coming up a little higher, weren't we? Just to where we were back in December. Now that was supposed to be a high. That's a trailing lower high, to be honest with you, but this one hadn't had our little come up in this nest. 244 was the other target we're looking at. Or higher. I'd like to see it get back to 343. Or maybe to $5. I mean, when you think about it in that terms, more investor minds, this is a good accumulation zone right through here for a longer term play. I just don't let that sink in. Not trying to get you to do it. Let's take a look at CTI. That was a requested coin. This is CoinTrendz. That's DeFi, decentralized science play. We nailed the drop. Is that what we did? We nailed the drop. Yay! Did you nail the rest of it? What? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Well, there's a lot of stuff from way back in the day. And I just know we're hanging around this little red line, and outside of this trend line, I guess we got to take it from here. Ethel, let us continue. I'm going to get rid of these lines that have no meaning to me anymore. We can go look them up again, but we got this juicy little information. Oh, was that you? Is that what you were? It's what you're going to be. Oh, did I take you higher? Can you take me higher? Oh, this is what you're going to be now. The little red line here, so that's the area we need to get above. Oh, well, we're still good. I still agree with this. So 0.005 for CoinTrendz is working our way back up there. All these areas through here, and especially the 1 penny area. Basically, this is just a place. I mean, if you believe in this one, and I think you do, and I've got some of this one too. Are you getting bullish divergence? You are getting some bullish divergence down here. I think this is a great place to believe in this one for, set yourself up for that longer term hold. She's going to have trouble getting past that 1 cent area though. But once she does, she might make it should be a pretty quick move there to some of these other areas. Maybe back to about around 3 cents. I mean, she's done this before, right? She's got beneath this area before, and then boom. That would, but it took her a while to do it. That's the only thing. This was during summer of 2022 all the way pretty much to January of 2023. That was during the heart of you're back to where we were at the bear market. You have the chance to start your bags all over again, and that would be cool if we ever did go back up to that area. Such 50-something cents, we're gonna have to redo those. They've come down just a wee bit now. These things change. If that bottom changes, the ratio changes. All right. So CoinTrendz, good place to DCA or add to your bags, in my opinion. The 1 penny area, I think, is going to be the spot for profits, and also the area to see how she reacts. Let's see. What can we do here? Give me just a moment. Do we still have that over here? Nope. Bear with me just a moment. Is it you? Nope. Nope. It's gotta be you. What's he doing? What's this turkey doing? And we want which one? We had an official. Where's the official? Okay, we got this one. I don't think this is the instrumental. We'll see how this goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's come back to the chat. Sorry to keep you waiting on all that. Califan says, hey, there we go. Oh, no, there's music on this one too. Oh, and then well, this is going to be the sad stuff, then, I bet. We have to change that up.
Fortunes flicker out of sight. Lost the keys to heaven's gate. Crypto's twist of cruel fate.
All right, let's take a look at, let me get your list going on right here. Tai, T-A-I. AIXBT. Grass. Not paying me enough yet. Kind of fumbled these bags, but it's not much. Look, let's go check them out. TAI. A lot of people have been playing that one. I'm not in this TARS protocol. I'm not in on this one. Let's see what she's doing. Oh, snap it! Did she go up and hit our target at 13.5 cents? Tell me it's not so. Did we? Let's tune it in.
Once was strong, now just a shell. Crypto siren cast its spell. Numbers fall and then they climb.
Listen, when they got candles like that underneath it. Nailed it! Nailed it! Nailed it! So that was, this was our 236 Fibonacci area, the one that we always look for. Like beneath here is the place to be buying this if you want to do this for a longer term play. Because you can get some nice comes ups from here if you want to play this one spot long term. And as she's pulling back now, so she's just getting that's normal. She came to a rejection point. This is the same thing that I'm seeing out of Bitcoin, to be honest with you. And everybody's being really, really bullish that we're going to like just blast to the upside. But remember, especially I think even on the 4 hour, these moving averages, they're still bearish. These bigger ones, the bigger ones have more weight, so they hit heavier. So what they say goes, when they slap you down, you're going down, baby. And that was the devil. I blame it all on the devil. Right up here on the 4 hour. See, price went right up to her, and she said, "Hell no, you ain't doing that. You ain't doing that." She just bust that bubble right there. Here she come down. So that's how I like to explain it. The 360 moving average, the 200. I use some extra moving averages. I think I've talked about that. Those three. Now looking at her other ones, if I were just looking at this the other way, I'm like, hell yeah, we're good. Yeah, baby, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Woo, because this ribbon has flipped. This ribbon has flipped. My tradition, this is why I started with 5 moving averages. And this is beautiful. Now by this, I would be telling you with the 100 crossing that 200, 2 out of 3 times, I usually see price come back, sometimes even as low as that 100 moving average, just to touch it. Just to touch it. So, just by that standard, I would be looking at that, but that's bullish. We got a ribbon flip. That's awesome. That is bullish. Overall, that is bullish. But the bigger moving averages, they tell. She's got some work cut out for her to do. I mean, to really start getting to get anywhere up, well, like the 30 cent area, to get above that. lot of work to get above that. Somewhere up around this 0.5 Fibonacci area, about 26 cents. We can see that, but you'll have to fight to get it, I think. But it can be coming down here a little bit, and that's where we can pull out our fibs again. And our 618s, we got all these lines right here already. I just don't have it color coded. So, 618er, and it could, the bigger moving averages really right through here. I would put a box here. 4.8 cents, and what is that? That's a big gap there, and 7 cents. So coming back down to what, 5 cents? That would be the deeper retracement. That could happen when we get a rejection from a 236 like this, as we're trying to accumulate. But there's there's more. There's other indicators. So we also want to take into account this trend line. The trend line suggests that this area 8.5, that 0.5 Fibonacci, might be a magical little place, and we're almost there right now. Well, we're almost there. It's just taking a big old dump at the moment. I didn't mean to barge in on you, honey. I wasn't trying to say anything. Look who's down here, Lucy. Wouldn't you know it? You can probably expect price to touch old Lucy. She's about 7.079 cents at the moment. That's amazing. Oh man, that flag to the upside didn't flag. She didn't go to the upside. Man, sucks to be that. Well, the thing about it, these guys often do this kind of thing, so see what we can come down here and do, darling. Channels, I'm just saying. It'll change your world. It was a triangle. What's a triangle? It's part of a channel. Well, if it's part of a channel, you're missing part of the picture if you're not looking for the rest of it, aren't you? I'm just saying stupid stuff. All right, let's go take a look at grass. Speaking of which, I wasn't talking about that, Sean. I was talking about the freaking yard not getting. Go mow the yard. Hey, let's take a look at grass right here. Man, why are you so slow, TradingView? Maybe I got too many windows open again. That's known to happen at time to time. Does not seem to help me out very much. All right. Yeah, you're gonna move slow as Christmas for me, aren't you? We're looking at grass. She's stuck at about one. She's really stuck, isn't she? Wow, she's just stuck. She's been that way for a while. Get it on the daily. We just the epitome of sideways. That looks good for it. That's a nice green candle right there. All right, so we got our fibs pulled already. I'm just checking those out again. Are we cool with it? We're cool with it. All right, so I wanted to take a look at the bigger fib. I also want to take a look at this one. This one's a little bit more relative to what we're doing right now for shorter term targets. That's the one I'd be looking for. Nice little confluence there. We're above both 236s. That's a good sign. On the daily ding dong. It's a ding dong. So if we're going to make a higher high from this guy, we'll be looking here at the 618. That would be $2.19, baby. It's a baby. If we're looking for a little hopium target, where did you go? Yeah, okay. We'll look for a hopium target at 322 from here, and that's a pretty good come up into this. That would be awesome to go up 96%, but that again is hopium target. This is a good area, strong area to look for, 274, as well as this one right here at 219. She will have to come up and retest that $2 area, but hey man, we've been there recently. It's about time for a little come up now. I've got a little play on this thing going myself. She might be a little difficult to get cheaper. Let's take a closer look here. She's showing some bearish tendencies right now too, I'm seeing, even though that is a green candle. So from here to there's 34%, from there to here is 70%. Smaller time frames, they are still bearish, but I mean they're coming together. I'm not saying they can roll over. I hate to see them roll over. That would suck. Are you trying to roll over? Come on, just go ahead and tell us. Are you trying to roll over? What are you trying to do here? For real, for real. Oh, you can talk to me. It's dog. Don't. Some of them are trying to roll. Really? She's gonna have to fight. I don't know why. But I mean, yeah, she's in danger of maybe another downturn. I'm trying to be bearer of bad news here. I'm in this one too, but I got to see something really bullish, really soon, and come back up to these areas. Basically, what we got to see is the higher high here. That's the only thing it's going to say. 168. We can get above 168. We're in safer ground. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. We're throwing ourselves into some skimpy territory here, where we're flirting with coming down to some lower areas, and we could be looking down about like 153. Let me take another look here. That was still a lower low than what we got right there. Okay, still hopium. We haven't made a lower low than this one. That would be the main thing. Breaking below this little guy here, that would be breaking the rules. That's a no. And that would be your sign that the trend is definitely, working its way to the downside as slowly as she's trying to do. That would be the first signs. But I'm not saying that it's bad just yet. You're flip-flopping, road dog. Stop it. There's hope. There's also hope right here. This trend line. I like this. Me, I'm looking like, seeing this, I'm like, that's not a bad place to get in. I'm just saying, especially on spot, trying to do this little guy on spot. Stop loss at 157, and you're getting in about 163. That's pretty good. What is that? You're talking like 4%, 5% stop loss here on spot, for something that could go back up to some higher prices, such as a whopping $3. Oh, it could double, right? Road dog, all you got is a rainbow colored chart over here. What's going on, mister? There's a possibility that she could be. And it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, we would initially be looking right here about $1.40. If she breaks that trend line with a possibility of 132, but it doesn't mean that that's going to happen. There's some other things. See what she does right there. So right now, the 1 hour looks a little bit more hopeful than the 4 hour to me right now. She's got some struggle with us. So basically, it's all about this trend line to me right now. Whether she's going to get hold the 160, 161 area, or if she's going to start popping up. Another indicator would be a breakout, a nice solid breakout above this trend line. That would be good. That gives us hope that we can get past this one at 168 and eventually past this one at 171. And then we can kind of skate away from here. This is, I'm getting, I like, for spot, I really like this for spot. Let's take a look at, what is this? AIXBT. Mexi has this one too. Well, in the 1 hour, she's at 15, almost 15.5 cents. That's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Nice roundy shape. That's cool. That's nice. Nice roundy shape. She be careful up here around 23 cents. She might be doing a butt crack. She might be working on a butt crack now. She's already, what? Did you already double top? Or possible double top? You already curved up a little bit. Ah. Okay, let's zoom out. I like to zoom out and then zoom in. When was this? That was January. That's when this one was hot. That's when we were looking at it. Bam! Okay, that was cool until it wasn't. Well, she went excuse me. That's a little further than I would expect from just breaking that particular trend line. When was that? That was in February, all through February. Is that when DeepSeek came out and disrupted the whole AI sector and all that stuff too, on top of whatever else was going on? Seems like that's when all the AI coins, everything dumped when DeepSeek came out. Because China said, we do it faster, we do it better, faster, stronger, but no say anything about the CCP, no ask a question. Because DeepSeek would say, I kindly do not know the answer. Kindly please ask another question. So if I'm looking for butt crack activity, I'm looking at that 28 cents area. And that's a great target to go with, says the bigger pull. The smaller pull says, that'll do, pig. That's 618. It's got a number on it. 618. It's calling. It's odd to see the 618s picking up so much steam. The 0.5, I guess you should give it an honorable mention here. So short-term targets for AIXBT, 19 cents, 22.23, 22.22. That 22 cent area looks, that one looks really good, especially if you got some kind of perpetual futures play or something. That would be a sweet little target. Oh, that's a 41% gains up to there. Look at the cute little baby bottom, right? That's so cute. Look at that. Look so roundy and cute. You just want to pinch it. That was awesome. It did that, which was essentially also just kind of a big ass support resistance flip from what she didn't do over there, and that was a nice gain. So just by the breakout of the W pattern. Personally, I probably would have been looking at this one over here and breaking above the 9, but that's just me. But we're just going back in hindsight and looking and trying to say, oh, hey man, if you'd been in my group, you'd be up 104%. You have to say that on YouTube these days, or you don't get the subscribers, is what I'm found. So, oh, that's a nice 119% gain though. But this is what I look for. This is what other people look for. Oh, other people looking for. I'm looking for too. Just listen, either you're a bottom feeder or you're not. Okay, I should be a catfish. Be a catfish or a carp. Bottom feeder. Blah 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 blah. However, AIXBT here on the daily, she's starting to approach some high levels here on our indicators, and she should be getting tired. She should be getting a little bit tired. So I just want to check. I just want to check a few little. Check your heartbeat here. Yeah, she should be getting tired about right now, because she is at a 618. And she's liking the 618s. She's liking it. She like it. Back that puppy up here, darling. We pulled you from where? There? I think I would have a little bit more trust in you being right here, honestly. Right at 20 cents. She's currently finding that hard area to get above the 618, so she might be rolling over here to come back and retest these little guys down here. Around 10 cents or something. Oh, a turkey! There's a turkey up there. He was on top of my legs. We got a super chat from Ryan K. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Requesting Brett, FLR, is that Flair? And Doge. Let's go check out Brett, FLR, and Doge. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. We are 100% crowdfunded here. We have to say that. Is it for legal reasons? No.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Whoa! Jesus! Man. Oh, don't try to kiss up to me now. You scared the bejesus out of me. Tinker freaking bell. Anyway, hey, how's it going, people? So we're taking a look at Brett. B-R-E-T-T, Brett. And probably over here on MixC. Oh, look, we nailed it. So I don't know what it was, but we nailed it and hung it sideways and probably had to redo it because it was crooked or something. Okay. Now what? Now what? Let's get some of this riffraff off of here so we can make sense of all this. So we got our little targets. Come here. Come here, Sarah. That was the channel we were in, man. That's a long way to go to get back up to these areas, and especially up to those areas. Are you still in? You're still in play? Why are you yellow? Was I lazy? Was I being lazy? Apparently somebody was being just a wee bit lazy here. I tightened up my game here. So those are still hopeful targets, but they a long way away, darling. That's what, 21 cents. We're sitting here, what, at 6? That's cool, because we were just recently flagging off of breaking out and flagging out. This is generally a good sign. If you got a trend line and you come out and you start flagging out above it, it's usually a good sign. And it definitely was for, what, on the daily? Definitely was on Brett. Brett's been doing 0.6 cents. Well, good for you, Brett. So our 236 Fibonacci is at 7.4 cents, basically, or 0.074. And just like we saw in the other coins, that's kind of important, because that's an area that we're likely the first time we go there to probably get rejected. Sometimes it might not even make it all the way up there. I think Brett possibly could. If we're looking at like the VMC cipher and everything like that, I know she's doing the little red dot thing, stochastics are at top. You thought, oh, it's bearish. Could be, but the money flow is going in the green. That's probably the number one thing here. Other things are starting to look a little bit bearish, but the money flows in the green. So that means that whatever it says that's bearish is not near, don't take it as serious. I mean, it can still be bearish, but it's not going to be like it would if it was in the red. You definitely feel it in the red. But in the green, we might be able to walk this one off, you know? Just come down and reset and come down to come back down to a nickel if she does do it, right? she's still got some hope for the upside, and so we're looking at and this target up here. I can see an argument for her to fight her way up to 13 cents, but it's going to take a little time doing it, I think. I think meme coins really got hurt this year. I mean, they did good. I mean, they took all the wind out of the sails of a lot of other projects, but then they also just got really hurt. But it seriously is as simple as pulling your fibs right there and getting 7.5 cents as being the next juicy target. My personal opinion. We can do another little take, and we can take this guy and see how they correspond there. 382 with the 236 that we had before, the 0.5 right around the 618 area. So it's the same thing. So a lot of that. What if she comes down? We can only guess until we actually get the actual high end, but we can pretend and pull to the fibs, and they suggest somewhere that 4.2 cent area most likely would be the area, possibly 0.033 if she comes down, and that would suck from here. Oh man, would you do that? You could do that. That'd be about 33 to 45% drop. Not saying it's happened yet though. This is on the daily. Daily looks okay. Oh my god, now the 4 hours is going to make me rethink what I'm saying here. So you see who the culprits are over here. Now we can get above this. We're doing a flag right below the 800 moving average. That it can be resistance, and maybe the flag won't work and we get rejected. That's a very strong possibility that could be happening, especially with that bearish divergence we got here on the 4 hour. Could be looking at that. See, we got our RSI over here, and it's going from high to low there, and here we got the price bodies going from low to high, so that's usually considered to be a tad bit unhealthy. So we got some signs saying that she may not make, or maybe she could still go up there, but still, wick up there, but still this area will probably be a good rejection area. So the odds, I mean, we could still do 10 cents, but it's a little less likely. A little less likely. I wouldn't doubt that you could get a little bit more up in those areas there. So don't rule it out. But we don't yet know if this is our top yet. So hard to say. Maybe it's just going to be a flag to the upside. And you know what? I went from this pull down to where we are here. You might even have a chance to get to 8.2 cents. It looks to me like there might be that one little chance to get up there. I think there's that one little thing. Because she's trying to get above her little 618 here. That's a good sign. Let's see if we can get up here. But I don't know that she will be able to hold that before she has to come back and talk to these guys somewhere around 4 cents. Take a look at FLR. Flare. And I guess we can go with Coinbase here. Nice. Same situation here. 4 hours is a really good time frame to look at a lot of these things. It really is, especially if you're using those bigger ass moving averages like I am. They seem to be where they're having a strong effect right now. So we're at a 382. That's a nice area to get rejected, but nice area to be starting to step our way up. So our next one's 2.2 cents on Flare, with hoping we can come up here and get a final or a proper rejection at 2.4 cents or 0.024 area. That would be a respectable place to be rejected right there. So 2.2 and 2.4, not very much difference between them here even on the 4 hour, is it? from here to there is 22 to possibly 35% gains, though. And we got a new trend line coming. That was kind of weird. We lost that, but now we're fighting with that area, it looks like. It looks like we'll take it as being our second touch point, and that's kind of what we got to work with right now. And so stops below a trend line, if you need to put stops anywhere, that would be a good idea. That'd be pretty impressive. Or a pretty good idea. But chances are still that we might be coming down to these areas down here too. Eventually, doesn't have to be today, but maybe we go to 22 or 0.22, maybe we go to 0.24, then we come down, revisit these areas. We basically, what do? We go lower or higher? A wee bit lower. A wee bit lower.
No banks, no borders, no strings to hold. Futures open, the streets are paved with code.
So we do have a little angle, but there's nothing to apply it to right now. That would, except for, well, yeah, really, right up through here. And support and resistance, and that's still right at this area. So I'm leaning a little bit more toward this guy, and this guy just being a little bit of a bonus target. Nice. The techie has spoken. But longer term play, I mean, that's just the short term, really. I mean, just keep this in mind too. Look at your bigger play though. It's a big W pattern that needs to come back up and retest this area, 618, right up almost 4 cents, and that's what she needs to do. And I would say she's got a good idea of coming up to our little resistance zone at 4.4 cents. So the bigger picture has a lot more room to go. And if you're playing the bigger picture game from where we are up to there, well, you know, $100 could turn into, well, that would be the 200 if you FOMO'd in right now. Whereas the people who maybe caught the bottom at 1.2 cents, get up to that same area, they would, you know, be making 200%, doubling the game for the people FOMOing in now. So it's a little different. Getting in as soon as you can is really crucial to capitalizing on the most of the move, because the most profit that you're going to make, or the best entry that you're going to make, is from catching those as close to the bottom as you can get. And it's hard to nail the bottoms, and I don't think that should be our end goal, but you can catch as close as you can if you know the signs to look for and willing to jump out there and do it. Yeah, I think it just depends on risk tolerance. It's different for everybody. But the general rule that I like to throw out on my channel is when you take a fib, and anywhere below this 0.017 area will be the sweet spot to have gotten in. So if you're getting in a little bit higher, okay, well, it's better than not getting in near the bottom at all. When it's way up here. Oh man, I should have bought more. Buying under that 236 kind of helps secure that, just as a rule of thumb. Oh my God, he's preaching. Make him stop. Doge. Oh man, that's a messy chart. We must have been in on the nitty gritty. Come down to the 4 hour. Dollar in. What are you doing here, Doji? Oh look, do we have a measured move and it hit it? Oh, that's amazing. Did it actually happen? We were looking at this guy. We took the measured move from here to here. We put it at the breakout, and then I put it at the retest. And that's where we had it, 19 cents. It took it a minute to get there, didn't it? Didn't say it's going up in a straight line, did it? No, but we came up and we hit the first target at 16.9 cents. Got rejected there. Kind of figured she might do it. I'm just saying. She came up, blasted through other ones, cause you suck, road dog. You don't know nothing. You know nothing about fibs, Ticky John. But then she finally got up to our measured move there. So wait, that should really be a blue line for a measured move. I'm gonna change. I put it there. Pardon me, but we got to do this for that algorithm if we ever want this channel to grow. Or you guys can hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and whatever else. Share this Facebook or this boomer. I don't care. Honestly, a lot of you are boomers too. I'm just saying. I've seen the statistics. What, the turkey don't appeal to the young people? That younger generation, they just don't appreciate turkey. They want that fast food. If it's not Chick-fil-A, it ain't nothing. What the hell are you talking about? I was just trying to find a button. Now I forgot which one I'm looking for. All right, so I remember what we were doing. And I am not ready for you yet, am I? We gotta do this for the vanity wall and say, oh, I got a thank you super chat. Yay! Nailed it! Take a picture. And then we gotta copy this little guy. We gotta make a big deal and put it over here into the vanity wall section. Where are you? There you are. Over here, and the vanity wall section. Oh, look, Captain Crypto. That's nice. That's a 25x long on stacks by 100%. So got in at 84, got out at 88. That was a nice little play there. A nice one. We'll put that one up here on our vanity wall, and this was Doge. Or Doggy if you're a newbie. I want some Doggy coin. It's Doggy, right? Well, that used to be, I guess, with the Doge Department of Government Efficiency. That's kind of changing. Oh, snap. There's more sound effects. I don't know where that was from, but thank you. We were doing. Nailed it. Measured move. That measure moved it really, really good. Now, they don't always play out as perfect. That one was done just a wee bit slot differently than we took the measure move, right? The one thing that we didn't do was drag. Well, it should be at the breakout. And I did not consider this to be a breakout because she came back into the pattern. So the breakout I considered was right here. Some people would have put it over here. I don't know. Some people make an argument about it. It went up there. It hit the measure move really nicely. Really nice. Very, very nice. Very nice. 17 cents. You suck, man. What? 7. There's no number there. What are you talking about? I didn't see it. It's not there. What? Let's clean up our screen a little bit. So this, the Fibonacci's target and also the measure move targets hit. What was that? Was that a good gain? For anybody playing, who took this trade with me would have made a whole, your $100 turned into 121. 21, quickest 21, only took you 2 weeks. Quickest $21 you've ever made. What is going on over here? Suddenly, I hit something. All right, now we're here. All right, so I guess we're to figure out what Doge is going to do next. That was the thing before we got all silly over here. All right, so 20 cents is the main goal that we're looking for to try to eventually get up. All right, so let's see what we're doing now. We take all this. I was going to keep you. I mean, I think I was. So now we got this trend line, kind of nice, and now we got this channel to tell us about the areas that we could find some resistance if we wanted to go straight up, right? Or wherever price might run into this line is where she might get her ass, or might get slapped down a little bit. I like what I'm seeing on the moving averages on Doge though. This is cool though. This I think is really interesting. Since Doge could be a front runner of a bigger move out of Bitcoin, I would keep nailing that one home. Oh, look at you, 17 cents. You're the support. Sometimes they do that. I was looking for that to be resistance, I believe, and it came back now as being a support area. Who thought? Okay, well, I'm going to leave you there because you're holding. So it looks like you're finding some support here. What should have been a resistance area that it blasted through. You suck, our dog. That's. So we're trying to figure out, was this going to be a topping pattern and that we might be coming down? And I'm going to say I don't think so. It was starting to look like she might be trying to do that, but and we could. There's a good chance. I don't know. I'm not going to say there's a good chance. There's a slight chance we might come back to the actual 17 cent area, and we're just hanging around right around 18 right now. We may not. We picked up on the 4 hour over this 360. We've just reclaimed her. And now it looks like a small ribbon flip is starting to happen here on the 4 hour. Now contrast that with what we've seen on the other coins, where they're still well under that. This one's actually, I mean, and they're still bearish, don't get me wrong, 800, 600, 300, but now we're starting to see them we're trying to work on a bigger ribbon flip, in my personal opinion. So I think the bottom is in over here, and now we're going to start ranging and starting to slowly go up. So packing your bags full of Doge somewhere as close to 16 cents as you can get it. And you might not get another opportunity. I don't know, but you might not. This is where we got to start taking, start thinking, these cheap prices may not be lasting forever, Helen, but we don't want to chase. We don't want to chase. But again, 2, 3, 6 moving average, right? Anywhere below there is a good place to accumulate. So if you feel like you're chasing and you're below that bigger Fibonacci area, I would say, nah, you're probably okay if you're willing to hold this for a little while longer and get the sweet gains that will come from when we go like back to 25 cents and back to this area about 31 cents for Doge, and maybe we start seeing her get back up close to 40 cents. And if you bought her here at 17, you're like, wow, I played Doge or whatever. 31 from here is good. And it would be a slow play, and you wouldn't be making as much as you might make on some other coins. I mean, we'll just say that. But she'll have her ups and downs. It looks like she's trying to make possibly an inverted head and shoulder through here, and that could take a little while to. It might be summer before we actually see her actually get back up here. I don't really start cooking. But she's at a good spot to be thinking about. At least adding to your bags, I think. In my personal opinion, I don't think we're going to see 15.5 anytime too soon, if at all. She might be a minute. She might come up here and then try to come back and do something like that after she gets 20. Let me come to the chat. We got I think we got another, was it a super chat? What was that pan over here? We got. So let me give a shout out to everybody that's giving me one. We got so, thank you very much. Thank you for kicking it off right there. We got Ryan K. Whoops. And then we got Soul again. Hey, you did it again. And there they got this box, and I can't see what's over there. Am I missing something? Yes. What? That's wait for it. I don't know what that means. Gosh, I'm a boomer. Thank you so much. Your third super on a live. Thank you so much, So. Let's celebrate your third super on live stream. And Ave said $4.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ave. So thanks, Road Dog, for checking Thai coins. Check Solana, please. We will check out Solana. And then So sent one Road Dog gift members. That's what that other noise was. Okay, I gotta go through and tweak all this stuff once I get off my boomer arse and figure out how to do it. Thank you so much for all the fan funding. That helps this channel because it's not free to actually have a YouTube channel. This stuff does cost money, and subscriptions of all things. Wonder why I hate subscription fees, but I think they're just a necessary part of doing daily business. So Doge, she said, an interesting area to hold supports when I'm looking for Doge. I would like to, look here at the 1 hour, holding that 200 moving average. And our bigger moving average, those are looking good. Lucy's still got to come on board. It takes her a minute though. Don't worry about her. She'll finally come around. She thinks she rules the roost and has the last word and all that. Lucy, by the way, is the red moving average. We talked about her earlier. She's that little devil girl. Doge is actually looking quite interesting and healthy, and if she does fall back, I would expect it right at 17 cents, just losing a penny, maybe. But I think she'll recover from there if she does, but it looks like she wants to do something. That could be good for bullish or for Bitcoin. It could be good for other things too. Let's take a look at Solana. We didn't take a close look at total 3. Probably could look at that a little closer too to give us a little better feel for the weather for altcoins. So right up here at the, is that, which fib are you? Somebody didn't color code. What happened here? Zoom out. Okay, so somebody still got the fib pull. Is that a 0.5? I may have to back up and reevaluate and see what I got. You were a possible low area from here. Ooh, lucky we didn't go down there. It was a possibility on the table, but I remember a bigger, much bigger YouTuber. Has been around for a long, one of the first pioneering YouTubers, and I haven't to catch them because they know a lot about TA, but they're just kind of bearish on altcoins. But I was kind of, it's one of those, they're kind of a Bitcoin maxi, and so they're real quick to talk dirt about altcoins, and just the way that they said that, I mean, it almost sounded really convincing. While this area is on the table, that there was an $80 sol's coming, just like it was definitely going to happen. Just give it up. There's no hope for this. It's giving it up. It's already lost its levels of whatever. But the thing about losing these levels is when they get them back, it's pretty dang cool. And when they lose a level, well, let's try to figure out what the next level below it is. Where's it catching? Get a I don't know. I just seen that happen with a lot of these altcoins. At really some of the best places to actually get out there and take a leap for them, and it's just so easy to get so bearish on them. I tried not to, but I felt that for some of the things too. Hopefully I vocalized that, but I do remember saying, proceed very cautious and pace yourself because we just don't know. But they would just talk so bad. Like on red candle days, man, on YouTube, I mean, it's bearish, and on green candle days, it's to the moon. And right now, I'm kind of concerned because it seems like we're a little bit overly bullish on things. And the regular market is, they're not so overly bullish right now, and a lot of our money depends on that regular market and how it's handled. Now, they start printing money, that's our best thing for altcoins. Okay, so my argument for Solana on the short term would be that we're at resistance. Now, maybe we'll come up to this one. Small chance it could go a little higher, but that's the main little guy that I'm looking for right there. If we're kind of just by going off of this little guy. Now she's breaking this trend line, and normally I'm looking for three humps in the dump. To me, if you're breaking a trend line, that's the first sign that things may not be going that great. But in a bull market, you could also do something like this, come up here, and then we make a higher high, and then come back and do something that would be a form of double top there. That could be what's going on. That's kind of what I'm thinking, since we got our 800 and 600 moving average coming down too. But even if we come up and talk to them, there's still a chance we can get above them before we come back down below. So I'm not going to rule that idea out either. So our bigger Fibonacci that we just crossed over a 236, so that's actually good. Coming back down to 140, 141, that could be done, and we could still be okay. Breaking that means that we might be coming back down to 120, somewhere through there. But there's still that chance that we can get up to this one at 382 at 186. 186 is still on the table. It's just a question, is she going to have to come back and work our way up there? That's normally what I would expect. If we already got a higher high end, it could be this one or that other one, just a wee bit higher. We could still get up there at 160, 161. Don't know yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Sometimes that happens. Seems to happen a lot in crypto. Like, you broke the trend line, you went up, and then you went down. You gotta give it time. Maybe see what Elliot. What do you think? Or Elliot, yeah. Well, Elliot thinks we're in an ABC correction, fifth wave here, ABC. So basically, the same thing, only different. But other than going up here, you didn't think about that, did you, Elliot? Elliot thinks we're just going to drop down and go for a C correction. So Elliot also thinks we're in a retracement or a correction too. Breaking the trend line tells me that we're trying to correct. So Solana, she might get a little bit of a pullback. Not bad. But boy, $10 maybe. But I still see a scenario where she could go up just a wee bit more. Just a wee bit more. And it could print a green dot here. That might be a nice one. I wouldn't put it past her to keep your eyes. She's on the 50 moving average. She can bounce off that little sucker. She can, so. I don't think she's in danger of just flat falling, but a lot of people would be looking at this as a inverted head and shoulders. And okay, got to break that neckline. 50 moving average says, I don't know if I want to do it or not. It's 200 moving average on the 1 hour. So we're just right now here trying this idea. Actually, you could make an argument that, and this would have been a nice one too. That was a lower shoulder than this one. You make an argument that it invalidated that by getting a higher high there and a higher low here. That this shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside, you should have seen it and known it, has been invalidated. It fits the qualifications of one to be invalidated. That little sucker may not play out, or it hasn't been playing out. How's that working out for you? I shorted here at the shoulder, head and shoulder, and it kind of stopped me out at one. But the guy with the tie said to do it. It was going to go down. Said it was going down to 130 immediately. Shoulder, head and shoulder. I mean, there are some invalidation points, and you got to keep that in mind. Getting above that shoulder, price going above it is one. Making a higher low is another one that could be. I'm just saying, it's got a shot to come up. Who am I talking? Why are you bitching? So there we go for Solana. If she comes down, and she might be coming down, if we are at a rejection point, I'll give you that. So that's not a bad thing to look at. It just looks like she might be trying to pull a sneaky one. But you are at a 1.13. You had a rejection level, head and shoulders. If we pulled from over here, it's probably around the 786 or something, maybe the 6. I don't know. She's at another fib area too of rejection. Elliot says she'd be coming down. If this is it, then we want to look at her 382 Fibonacci. From a swing low to swing high, tell me where I need to buy. And that sweet spot is here at 133. See that shoulder, head and shoulder? I told you. Maybe it is, but I still think we can get up here before we come down. If it does that, then we got to change this guy, and it'll be a little bit higher. So we can't get a solid feed just yet, but unless we can pretend. I like to pretend sometimes. What if? What if we do go up here and then we reject? Then it would be this area, and maybe this is just me being stupid and predictable and re-engineering the vids, but look how nice that bounces off of this little area here. I like that one. I'm going with that one. I gotta make this a dotted line so I'll know how to hopefully approach that. And that's about 136 versus 133 if we go up and come down. Just my ideas. Don't know for sure. But this is looking good. This is the 1 hour moving average starting to cross nice in there. That's cool. She's tired. She looked like she needed a retracement. Even our indicators over here are saying, yeah, baby, I want to take you down just a little bit. So is it a shoulder, head and shoulder or not? So far, it is not confirmed to be a head and shoulder. So far, in my personal opinion, it has negated that head and shoulder pattern. And that's why I'm looking for it to do a sneak attack move and start moving up. Gotta keep your eye on these little bastards. Oh, the turkey's getting tired. I can feel it. I'm talking crazy. He's also a zombie. I am also a zombie. Is that a smoked turkey? Hey, I saw my first turkin. I didn't know there was such a thing as a turkin, but I think it's a cross between a chicken and a turkey, and it looks like a chicken with a turkey neck. They were little bitty baby turkeys. It was like Tractor Supply, but that looked weird. I'm just saying. Who's playing God over there at Tractor Supply? Who did that? So it says, does the moon affect crypto? I think the moon affects everything. In short, yeah, I do believe it does. And there's the moon indicators and everything. And usually full moons are kind of good for us, and the new moons are kind of bad for us. You would think it'd be the opposite kind of way, leading into a full moon would be, but anyway. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Hey, there's Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? Just woke up, took an old man nap. Those are good naps. That turned from 1 hour into a 6 hour sleep. Oh, it sounds like you needed it. Now back to work, checking charts. Only took a nap to let the dust settle from the market's movement. Now time to scan the market. I would like to find me a nice little long. I was hoping to find a little meme coin long, since they're kind of hot right now. Let's come over here to because all I got right now. What's going on over here? I'm trying to build this account a little bit, and I've missed some opportunities, and I've done my share of stupid, but I'm finally getting her back up a little bit. Knock on wood that we can keep her. And I've got a Bitcoin trade. Now, I don't just jump in and jump out. I like to milk these little suckers, especially I'd like to let the trend go and ride the trend, you know, so I will milk these suckers is what they're worth and just let my entry just keep building up. See, I take profits, you know, but I've got this little guy from, where are you, Bitcoin? So I think I added to it back when we had the drop and it raised my entry, and now I'm at 92.3. It almost stopped me out on that last drop, but she didn't, so I added to her. Now it probably will if we come back down there. And so I stopped my stop loss and profit, but so far I pulled $30 out of this, and I've only got $26 in it. At one point it was 17. At one point it was 45. I don't know, but anyway, I pulled out $30 profit, and if I closed it right now, I would have another $6 to add to it. So this is a $200 account, right? I got 220. It's hard as hell to grow you. And then I'm in a Fartcoin long, which is only $4 because I've taken some profits. Just so if you stop me out, it's not a lost trade. I've done something, yay! So, you know, they're just kind of getting started here. It's up 21%. Bitcoin's up, what, 23? So I think did I add some to you, Fartcoin? My entry's at 102. What are you doing? Oh, I'm in a Shiba Inu short. A 1,000 short on Shiba, which will probably, you got a stop loss there, right? Right? What the hell? You do now. Stupid. And it is set in profit just in case we decide not to. Oh, if she stops me out, she's not doing what I need her to do, right? If she started to come back up, my theory is that she's going to try to come down. This looks like she's trying to bottom out, to be honest with you. This looks a little bit more bullish than bearish. Where are my lines, man? I got this idea, the rejection there. Let's short this little baby. And then we came up and apparently I didn't have my stop loss and might have went in the negative there. Don't do it again. What time frame? We're on the 30-minute. How you looking on this 5, baby? You coming down? Shiba Inu. We shorting Shiba Inu. Look, we nailed this entry. I probably entered over here. To be honest with you, I think I did. That's it. I can't remember. It's a 5-minute chart. I'm pretty sure it was over here. I didn't do it in the last minute or so. Anyway, that one's Fartcoin though. What are you doing, Fartcoin? Fartcoin. Seriously, if you got the Fartcoin when she was down at 68 cents and nobody wanted to talk about her, you'd be pretty happy right now. I would be. I was kind of like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I got all these little things over here. I've been milking Fartcoin, playing Fartcoin in and out there. What is, oh, I got a limit order down here, just in case she comes down, stops me out and comes down lower. I'm ready for you, baby. I'm ready for you. I'll snipe you one. Are you coming down, Fartcoin? Fartcoin, are you coming down? Say it ain't so. So oh, maybe I should have looked over there. Duh. Let's go over here and just look on the exchange, dummy. See our new listings that we got over here on KuCoin. More futures. Coins I've not heard of about. So these are trending. Popular futures. This is what most people are trading in futures. This is the boring standard one. SWI. I meant to take a look at SWI. SWI's too high up there, man. I thought you had a popular spot. The same boring coins. The gainers, though, are Gamecoin, Luna Virtual, and Virtual's up 36%. Virtual. Look at you go on the 4-hour, like a rocket ship. Well, let's celebrate Virtual's come up in this with some fireworks. Virtual, what you doing, baby? You're at our area of resistance. There's a little area that you touched before, I see. That you touched before over here. It was support over here, and now it is not. You little nasty coin, you Virtual. Up at 153, that's better than being 23 cents, so that's all I'm saying. 42 or wherever it got down to. So, I mean, if she rocket shifts up and goes up to our next level at 222, that's great and everything. I just, she bumped her head so many times over here. It's hard to see that she's just going to blast through it the first time. I'm just saying, there might be some PTSD there or something. I would think that she would probably be thinking about coming back. But that's just me thinking out loud. Doesn't mean that that's going to happen. Color code these guys the way I recognize them. So this is what, the 6-hour chart? So maybe this would be a great time to take profits on Virtual if you got in down here. If you're holding the bag from up here, you're probably thinking, oh man, maybe there's some hope. Did that just flash up, create a short or something? What? Oh, did my short get stopped out? I might get stopped out. Is that what it said? Oh man, I got stopped out, dude. You suck. I'm going back to Bitcoin. That was my, was it Shiba? My Shiba short. I'm trying to go over here and pull you down. Make this. Oh, there we go. Here's the meme coins. What's popping today? Goatee, or is it Goateous? GoatCoin is up. She's at 9 cents now. Vine is at 3 cents. I remember somebody saying it was going to 21. Mark my word. I think somebody said that. I don't think she did. Goat, it'd feel like you're chasing her here on the 4-hour, wouldn't you? At 9 cents when she was down here at 4 and nobody wanted it, so she's doubled up. How far could you go though? This is a 4-hour. Was that 11 or 12 cents? So maybe another 30% before she kind of bumps her head a little bit, or most likely will. Let's get her big. Ooh, nice one. Or possibly 17 could be on the table. Huh. She's not quite up there at bump your head on the ceiling just yet. I mean, enough though. I mean, technically, if you take them from here, and there, you can see whatever you want to say, right? I don't know. The chances of you coming down here are a little bit more slimmer. I guess I have to keep my eye on that one. I don't feel comfortable just jumping down on a 4-hour chart on that one at the high. Hey, even though she's making sure make a run for it. Trying to play Goateous Maximus. Oh, Snapdragon, look at you. You're going up right now. Chase it. She can go to 12. Oh, well, we think she can go over here too, huh? I see a possible fuzzy spider with a retest.
Drifting endlessly, coins in my heart. The treasure's real, future's
And at some point, she'd be coming back down here. My prediction is to retest that area about 6.5 cents. I think if I'm patient, I could wait till I get there and then maybe try to short her if she's up here. Because I'm jumping in the middle. Usually, it's not a good idea. Stuck in the middle with you. It sounds great and everything. She's far from my trend line. She's close to trend line, I would think about it. I see nothing for you, honey. I got nothing that I'll be into. Some people would be looking at what she made. She was up here, so we could enter in, but she's going to do a higher low somewhere. So, not my cup of tea. I'll pass. RS Miller, how's it going? June 26. Oh, we're talking about birthdays and stuff. Says I'm a Cancer. The moon hits me super hard. It's my planet. Mine is Venus. Bobby Medina says, BitUnix or CoinEx? Which one do you guys prefer? Most of mine is over on CoinEx. That's where I do the majority of my trading. But I do have, I've got a couple of little BitUnix, and they're all small. But I haven't done anything major with BitUnix. I like them both, though. BitUnix has always been a good exchange. They're the first ones to reach out to me. What, 3 years ago? Almost, maybe. And I like them. They're very upfront. They're just good people. And then I had one, I can talk about them now because they're not out there anymore, but Paradesk, they reached out to me, but they were kind of, I don't know, kind of weird. They did something strange with a copy trade. You had to be a copy trader. You had to sign up to do copy trades with the little partnership deal or whatever. And that's the last one I didn't partner up with BitUnix. I'm just an affiliate, but I did do something with that copy trading thing with Paradesk. And they did some weird stuff. They reset an account. Like, well, so I can figure out what it is. And I was like, well, is this a real account or is it I don't know. Anyway, this was something weird that happened at one point that made me lose faith in them. But they're not around anymore. Maybe that's a little sign why. I was, what were we were trying to look for some nice little coins over here. I got sidetracked. Ethos and XRP. Late night with the turkey completes the zodiac. How is XRP doing? Oh, she's still got the same price, isn't she? About 228. Look at you! Shoulder, head, and shoulder. I'm not dissing head and shoulders, and actually, would you? I'm kind of picky on them, though. I'm picky, and I'm not ashamed of it. I like them to be pretty pronounced. I don't like to try to force these little guys, and sometimes even Bukowski has some questionable head and shoulders, in my opinion, sometimes. Maybe I'm just being too anal about them, but I like that idea. Trend line getting broken. What if it's not a shoulder, head and shoulder? What if it's not head and shoulders? What if it's a fallen wedgie? We're breaking to the upside, baby, trying to work our way back up here to 338. Or here, about 271 in that area. That'd be about your 618. How did I know? I think you get used to seeing this. Crypto bubbles, what say you? What's happening? AKT, did we look at that one? I think we did, right? I was going to. AIOZ is popping off, or getting better. That one, $1.22. 84 cents was the top, or one of the highs, then $1.22, and it's at 40 cents right now. She's got a few X's in her. Akash was at almost $6, and it's at $1.44 now. After getting around 90 2 cents there. Kava is also interesting. This one can get up to $4, and it's been at 65.70. It's at 46. So a lot of the altcoins are still at some nice places to kind of nibble with your bags. Oh, DCR, did you go up? This is one of my dark horses right here. If we can get back to 24, that'd be awesome. You get back to $250, daddy be happy. Daddy be happy. Well, guys, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes, and I didn't run across any awesome meme coin setup. I wish I had. Arcom Intelligence, what are you doing? From 41 cents, you're at 61 now. This one, I like this one. Trying to build my bag up again on that one. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out. I think I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here, and we will see what happens tomorrow. But before I do, I always like to try to end up here on Bitcoin and see what she's doing and how she's faring out here. And I have to come down here, and this is CoinEX, and this is the one I usually trade myself on. And she's just still ranging here and beneath the area of resistance, 618 area. It's just a little bit above us. And a lot of people are expecting there to be a short squeeze, and we'll just blast off and go up. And a lot of people calling flags to the upside, $107,000. And I will say that now this is a 2-hour chart. This is looking cool. We're starting to see some nice little flipping and it's going here on the 2-hour. The 4-hour is the one that we got to watch for. And it does suggest that, yeah, we can come up just a wee bit higher. Right around 97, 98,000, right around this area is going to be one of the telling places. So Bitcoin, are we going to break out? Now 107,000, like I've seen somebody do a flag to the upside thing that was just absurd. That, not saying it's impossible, but it's just not as likely to be what we do according to these moving averages so far, especially on the 4-hour and the daily. They've still got some work to do with it. There's some bullish signs. I'm seeing some bullish things here. This pump up that we got over the last few days has kept this 100 moving average from crossing over that 200, and that's good. She's starting to round out a little bit. So, but I do see a good chance to come back down to like 90,000 and these areas here to retest maybe 88 again, maybe back to retest this area. That should be coming. We're looking to make a higher high wherever it may be, and I'll give you there's a shot that says we could come up and get past this one to go higher and higher. It could happen. I'm just wondering if I'm trying to look for the signs that tell me that that's going to happen or not. I don't quite see them yet, and I could see this being a perfect opportunity to get everybody bullish. We're going to the upside and then slamming down and catching us again, because they like to do that. If you haven't noticed, that's their whole game plan. So if everybody starts getting a bit too bullish there, we got that idea. But then I've also got, we got this trend line here. And that trend line is telling me that with as far as Bitcoin goes, maybe coming down to 91. And I think some other people, I think somebody in my group, had a fib area down there that didn't get hit, but it's kind of still on the table. Still on the table, technically. That's a bullish candle on the daily, though. Look at that. What do you look like over here? Not on the regular, but on my Heikin-Ashi, it's bullish. On here, you're saying, nah. One place that's always good to look, in my personal opinion, is over here on the futures. And I gotta be honest with you, it looks pretty dang good. It looks like we could come back and test 93,100, this 100 moving average. But it's looking pretty interesting over here. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin, but I'm also, I'm looking for them to try to fake us out as soon as they can. And we are at some resistance areas. And the biggest one being this yellow line, about 96, 97,000 area. If we start closing candles above it, it's no doubt bullish. But there's a lot of things we could do. We could wick up above and then come back down. So it's a tricky area as our indicators are getting all topped out and giving us the signs that we're kind of tired and need a break, but yet we still keep hanging out here. So in my personal opinion, I think the 4-hour is a great chart to kind of follow to get a feel. And it's got some signs that it would like to take a break sometime soon. Second runner-up, I would say, is probably the 2-hour chart. I like the 2-hour chart, especially when it comes to the moving averages to kind of follow them. She's looking a little bit bullish right now. All right, guys. I will check back with you tomorrow. I will leave it. What are you saying about Bitcoin, though? We've got rising price and we got some volume, so it's a little lackluster. And we are at definite resistance areas. We covered this early. These areas over here too. It would be to be expected that we could continue being rejected here. Would be expected. Popping up here, not as expected, but not improbable. It could happen, but after a nice pump will come a higher low. I'm wanting to see our next higher low. And that's the one I think that we should ultimately be preparing for. We're taking profits or doing whatever we need to do there, getting ready for whenever it comes, the next higher low. That's when you really want to have your bags packed. And that's the message I'm trying to get out there. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one. Let's go see if we can find some deals. That's what you're supposed to do tonight. I'll see what I can come up with. Oh my God. Let's go to the end screen. Where's that dog? Said Stacks is taking off. I like Stacks. That could be a nice sign for Bitcoin too. Well, she's been taking off. I thought she was like just taking off right now. I got a measure of people on Stacks at 95 cents. So we haven't got there yet. She looks like she's trying to round out a little bit. I like Stacks. Oh, the disco ball was hiding off. So I'm looking at 96 cents.
Smirk, girl, your stacks my game. Pumped his junk, then jerk, left me in shame. FOMO's cruelties drained my last dime. Gas fee squeeze, stalled my climb. But I held tight, flipped a dip to glow. Sats in my sight, turned the scam to woe. Markets my pulse, coin my shield.
Good night, everybody. Joe might be streaming Trade Intuition. I'll check over there after I wind down over here.